All right, all right, all right. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am about to begin this live stream on a very important topic of how do we manifest our dreams? How do we turn our dreams into reality? So, welcome, and I am so excited to be with you. While people are joining, I am drinking kava. Okay, let's see. Let's get this party started. Yeah, that's really cool. Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what comes through on the topic of manifestation. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. We are just about to begin this conversation on how to manifest your dreams. And I just want to make sure that my sound is working. Can anybody give me some hearts or like a thumbs up to let me know that my sound is okay? Welcome everyone. I'm just beginning. So good to be here with you. How's everyone? Let me know where you're joining from. Say hi. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Can anybody tell me that the sound is good by giving me some hearts? And that's how I know to proceed or not to proceed. Hi everyone. Let's learn together about manifestation, how to create our reality. Welcome, welcome. Oh, welcome, oh, welcome. Yay. So while we are gathering together to have this conversation, and if anybody can let me know through sending me some hearts that my sound is okay. I wish I could check it myself, but I can't. So the sound is good, right? And I am based in California, but originally I am from Russia. I was born and raised in Soviet communist Russia, where I was not exposed to any of the teachings on inner growth and self-development and manifestation. And I intuitively stumbled on a superpower that I'm gonna share with you what that is. And I was still a child. I just turned around 7, and I found the superpower. And it was in my ability to use my imagination to manifest things. And that was an intuitive discovery. Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome. Let's talk about the art of manifestation and how important that is, and how you can fine-tune what you're already doing in your manifestation process. Maybe some things that I will share will be completely new. I hope so. Maybe some things that I'll be sharing that will be a reminder and also an acknowledgement. Thank you so much for the likes. Okay, for the hearts, does that mean that my sound is okay? I've been asking, can you let me know if my sound is great? Hi everyone. I wish I could greet every single one of you, but I just want you to know I see you and I welcome you. Let's have an amazing time together. And just a few minutes to introduce myself. Hey, thank you, Dr. Alicia. I really appreciate you letting me know. Because, it's one of those experiences that sometimes sound doesn't work. And I find myself talking for 30 minutes and then to realize that the sound is not working. It's hilarious. So, okay, we're good to go. So in my career, in my profession, what I do is I help people realize their dreams. That's like at the very core of what I do, because every single one of us has a dream, right? Every single one of us has a desire, something that we wish would happen for us and in our life. And what I've noticed, every chapter of our life, we have a new dream, right? We manifest something, maybe what we've been calling in a relationship, and we finally met our divine match or a good, healthy, conscious relationship. But then there is a new desire, there is a new dream. Welcome, welcome. There is a new desire and there is a new dream, right? And this is by design, because we are here on this planet to realize ourselves as conscious creators, as conscious dreamers. So welcome, everyone. And there is an art of turning our dreams to reality. And I just started sharing in the very beginning of this live stream. I stumbled on this process first intuitively. As a little girl growing up in communist Russia, I was raised by a single mother who was working very intense factory labor kind of jobs, 2-3 jobs at a time. So I saw my mom constantly being overworked, undernourished, and rapidly aging woman. And I asked myself, well, there must be another way. There must be a way to create your dreams without killing your health, without just applying your, just working nonstop and barely making your ends meet. So what I did, I began to use the power of my imagination. And even though my reality at that time did not have any proof that my imagination would ever come true, I found a sense of joy, to go to a place in my mind where I could picture things and visualize things and imagine a different reality. And, as children, we know things, right? Because when we are children, we are still really connected to the soul, to our soul power. So if some of you have children, I always ask my friends who have children, and I say, ask your children, how they think about creating their dreams, because children have this innate wisdom, and then they become conditioned, right, through the cultural programming, and they become more and more affected by that. But when I was a child, I stumbled on this power of imagination and ability to visualize and to believe and to be on a lookout for the doors of destiny and for the doors of opportunities. Welcome, everyone. And that was my very first discovery when I was just 7 years old. And then moving through life and moving through my journey and finding more and more resources on how to develop your mind, how to activate the power of your manifestation. That has become such a fascination topic for me. And I have been teaching different programs. I've been leading different spiritual workshops and retreats to help people unlock that inner power to actualize their dreams, right? So it all begins, I would say, if I give you or I share with you a sort of a manifestation map. The very first step is to become clear on your one core dream. We all have that dream that we hold really deep in our heart. And maybe it's a dream that you've been waiting for or wishing for a while. And that's the dream that you say, I wonder if it will ever come true, right? Why is it taking so long? But I still don't give up, and I want this dream to happen. This is what it's called, your soul dream. And every single one of us has it. And when we stop dreaming, we stop living. So I always encourage people to cultivate the connection with their inner dreamer. Because if we lose that connection, we lose an ability to turn our life into a beautiful work of art. So thank you so much for your hearts. You can also send me thank you for your gifts and for your hearts, and for letting me know that this resonates with you. I really appreciate that. So the very first one is to connect with your dream. What is your dream? And why is it important for you to experience it? And then the second thing is to realize that your dream already is within your reality. And it's not about going somewhere outside of yourself. It's not about striving and reaching for it into the future. That's just one level of manifestation. The most direct and powerful way to manifest anything is to align to it energetically, right? Because if everything happens at the same time, if everything is reflection of our consciousness, if everything is energy, all of your dreams already exist in potential, in the quantum potential. So what we're actually doing, we're learning how to energetically align to it. Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining. We are talking about the art of manifestation from quantum science, energetic science, and also from ancient mystery teachings. So everything exists as a potential. If you take away this golden nugget from this live stream, I will feel like I've passed on one of the most important messages. If it exists in potential, it can be realized by you. And the way you realize any dream, hi everyone, welcome. And the way you realize your soul dream, because that's what's most important. To realize your soul dream, it's not about chasing, kind of like these surface goals. I mean, it's okay to chase them, but eventually your soul will get tired of chasing, tired of striving. And your soul will say, well, how do I align to receive the potential that already exists in my life? And that's where the energetic work comes online. That's the essence of metaphysics, applying metaphysics to manifest your dreams, to manifest your life, right? So the way that I manifest anything, my dream home, dream business, divinely aligned relationship, health and vitality, just really deep sense of creative aliveness, is I go into the state of being. Thank you so much for the hearts. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I go into the state of being, right? This is where all ancient teachings say, create everything from within. How do we do it? And if you've heard this before, maybe it will be a good review to reignite that commitment. Because when we stop dreaming, we stop living. And to reignite our ability to dream and to imagine and to align to the potential that already exists is to align to a life of inspiration, to align to a life filled with meaning. So this is very, I often talk about how I manifested my dream business, where I get to serve my soul work, my soul talents, and get paid exceptionally well for being myself. And I believe that's a birthright for every person who is willing to awaken their natural genius. And every single one of us has a unique set of soul talents. But it all starts with each of us deciding to manifest that potential. I would say the most powerful manifestation is to manifest our divine potential. Because when you hold that intention, that includes everything. That includes your fulfilling, meaningful work. That includes your authentic expression, right? That includes your creativity realized. That includes healthy, conscious relationship. That includes you living in an environment that supports and nourishes you. I used to have like a big piece of paper on my door. I'm a very visual person. So for me to anchor something into my consciousness that I desire to create, I write things and I put them in the big letters so I see them every day. And I remember for a few weeks I had one quote that says, I always manifest my divine potential. I always manifest my divine potential. If you give this a go, if you begin to ask yourself, well, what would it look like for me to manifest my divine potential, right? You do this, Tia. Yeah, it really helps our consciousness to anchor when we see things. So if that is the deeper desire, then you go into the next stage of manifestation, where you begin to see yourself as a vibrational artist of your life. And it becomes a process of refinement where you look at your reality as an artist. And you say, everything I see in my life right now is a reflection of what I thought was possible, right? Everything I have in my life right now is a reflection of my past thoughts, of my past action, or the actions that I did not take. So you can bless your creations. One of the part of manifestations that I teach often is how to activate more abundance in your life by blessing your reality. You know, that's something that I do every day. I'll drive to the gym, and before I drive off, I look back and I bless my home and I say thank you for being a safe, nourishing cocoon for me. You know, and you can do the same thing. You bless your vehicle, right? If you have one, or whatever transportation that you have. But you begin to deeply appreciate what you already have by putting a blessing on it. And it's also a magical process of manifesting more of what you choose to bless. Whatever you bless, blesses you back. And whatever you damn you back, right? So never, ever, ever allow yourself to say words like, I hate this, or, you know, that's the curse that you put on your reality. Instead, really master your language and awareness of your language. If you're already doing this, great. Maybe a little reminder to become very aware, because your words are manifestation tools. We have this amazing ability to have the gift of speech. And if you study Hindu philosophy, I'm really big into tantric teachings, non-dual tantric teachings. Thank you so much for your hearts. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for being here, tuning in. And we are talking about the art of manifestation, how you can learn this art. And if you don't be afraid to mess things up. In order to practice art, it's okay to be messy. It's okay to experiment. It's okay not to get it right away. But the most important is to stay in practice. How does an artist become a great artist? An artist picks up a brush and walks to the canvas and begins to imagine, or begins to paint, begins to practice. It's the same thing with our lives. It's absolutely the same things with our lives. Sometimes, you know, we're awkward in our manifestations. We become impatient. We become disappointed when something doesn't come to us too fast, or we don't believe that we ever receive it. So we stop being a dreamer. We stop being an artist. And instead, I encourage every single one of us to see yourself as an artist of your life. And an artist keeps painting. And you paint with your imagination. You paint with your decision to invest the time to go in your inner space. And paint with your thoughts and say, what would be possible for me to create this lifetime? This is actually my favorite question that I ask my high-achieving high achieving entrepreneurs and leaders and public figures that I work with, because no matter how much people achieved, there is always next level. There is always next level of unlocking your divine potential. So I like to ask people, what do you believe is possible for you to create this lifetime? Right? It's a powerful question. What do you believe is possible for you to create this lifetime? What do you really believe is possible? Do you believe it's possible for you to find a healthy relationship where you feel met at every level, where you don't feel like you're compromising or you're settling, where you're not annoyed by this person, where you don't feel like you're excited to see them every day? Do you feel it's possible for you to manifest an amazing relationship? It all starts with this. And then if we take a relationship example, right? I believe a lot of things possible. Yes, Katerina 77. Yes, exactly. So then I wanted to share with you there are so many manifestation techniques. One of them that really helped me come into alignment, because the way I see manifestation, it's coming to alignment to a potential that already exists, right? Is to actually see that potential because you're energetically resonant with it. Yeah. So, it's the two most powerful times for manifestation. The moment you wake up, you are in the most pure manifestation space of mind. Most pure. Your mind has not been filled with the stories of the world, with the conditioning of the world. And you have enough space in your mind to remember that you are the artist of your life. So when you wake up in the morning, what I recommend is to really cherish those few minutes that you have before you reach for the phone, before you start reading the email, right? And if you go to my profile, please feel free to follow me. There is a link in my bio where I give away my free morning practice. 5 things that I do every single morning to manifest my dream life and to be my best self. So I highly recommend to get that. It's a free gift, right? You get an audio and you get a PDF with 5 practices, because then when you begin to guard your morning, when you really begin to guard your morning and you say, this is a morning where I remember that I am a vibrational artist of my life, things begin to shift very rapidly for you. And the second time that is very important is right before you drift to sleep, right? Right before you drift to sleep. And I am not, are you practicing Kundalini yoga? Yes, Kalina, I love Kundalini yoga. I practice breath work every single day, several times a day. And I am on the Kundalini path. I practice a spiritual path called Tantra, non-dual Tantra. And I walk the path of the goddess Shakti. So the main teachings that I follow is the teachings of Divine Feminine. And Divine Feminine, it celebrates our desire, celebrates the fulfillment of our desire and our dreams. Divine Feminine will teach us how to surrender and how to be flexible, right? How to be flexible, how to surrender, how to trust divine timing. But it's an incredible path, because when I was searching for a spiritual direction that would feel really aligned, I didn't resonate with Eastern teachings that would look down on desire. That would say the goal of life is to become free of desire. being in the feminine body, I just didn't think it was for me. I said, well, I'm a feminine sensual being and I have a lot of desires and I have a lot of dreams. You know, my main desire is to be creatively expressed and to be free and to be in my joy. That's a desire that I don't want to transcend, right? So I found the Shakti path, the path of the goddess, that says your desire is a prayer. That the way that you pray to divine feminine, sacred feminine, is by actually honoring your desire and trusting your dreams and trusting these deep yearnings of your life. So I would say for this live stream, the main key idea, the art of manifestation, is first awaken the dreamer within, right? Awaken that part of you that when you were a child, we all were dreamers, but somehow we go over in life and we over time become less and less connected to that part of us, right? And I'm here to encourage all of us to continue to cultivate that connection with your inner dreamer. And then the second one is awaken your inner artist. Since everything is energy, we are vibrational beings. Everything is a vibrational reality. Is through your intentional, inspiring imagination, you refine what you see in your reality. And I would say the third one is to continue to let go of any blocks to your dreams. Because a lot of times, I'll give you an example. And hey, everybody who has joined right now, thank you. I don't know if you can see it, but I wrote you this sign. It's my website, KaterinaSatori.com. You can find me there. You can also follow my profile and find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, LinkedIn. So I am there if you'd like to go and see deeper videos on the 5D consciousness, 5D prosperity, how to turn your soul talents into a soul thriving online business. I truly believe right now we are in the age of conscious business, conscious entrepreneurs, right? And we're all looking for these integrity-based ways to monetize our passion. And I see like this is the age of Aquarius, where we say, you know what, I'm going to dig deep. I know what I'm passionate about. I know what I love. How do I turn that into a product or a service or an experience that can help people? So that is also another way of manifesting. It's probably one of the most grounded way where you say, okay, here's my dream. Here's my vibrational energetic alignment. And then the next thing, what are the steps that I get to do? And your steps come to you through your intuition, through these intuitive downloads, right? And the most important thing is to learn how to slow down the mind, how to actually become so still that you hear your intuition. And in this part, when we talk about receiving guidance on the steps that you need to take to manifest your dreams, tends to be two groups of people. There's people who receive a ton of ideas and they get stuck because they have so many of them, like which one I act on first, right? Have you ever been there? You're like, I just received from my higher self 10 ideas that I can implement. When you're in that state, you gotta slow down your mind, practice your yoga, practice your breath work, come into stillness in the way that works for you, and then ask your heart, dear heart, out of all these options, which option do you want to go for first? And listen to your heart, because your heart will choose the option that brings you the deepest expansion and the most amount of joy. So asking your heart for guidance, which step to take, is really powerful. And then the second group, that's comparing to this one, they receive a ton of inspiration, or maybe one inspiration, but their intellect hijacks them, and their left brain hijacks them, and they receive inspiration for a few moments. Everything feels possible, or maybe for an hour or 2 hours, and they're excited, everything is possible. And then their logic begins to come in, their intellect comes in with all the reasons how it's not going to work. And they don't act on their inspiration. And this is why so many dreams remain dreams. The art of manifestation is to develop your muscle of trusting your inspiration. When you receive it, you say, okay, what is the first step that I can say, I trust your inspiration and I'm going to act on you. I'm going to follow you, right? So I have inspiration journals, literally journals dedicated for creative ideas. And I have developed such trust with my muse, with my inspiration. That's another word for higher self. That the more I act on those inspiring ideas, the more comes. It just never stops coming. There is just constant flow of inspiration. You can create this, and you can teach this, and you can create that, right? But what I do, I catch them, and I put them all in this beautiful creativity journal that is all about right brain thinking, right? It's like, it has shapes, it has colors, it has these beautiful different things. And I put my ideas there. And then at the end of the week, I go back and I look at them and I say, out of these 5 epic inspirations that came through this week, which one feels like the most amount of joy for me to act on? Thank you so much for your hearts. Please let me know what resonates with you. And if you just joined, we have been discussing the art, and I would just say metaphysical science of manifestation. And if you are new to my work, my name is Katerina Satori. I am an author, speaker, and mentor, and I love helping people realize their biggest dreams, and specifically the dreams that come from the core of their soul, right? Yeah. So it's hard for me to work with people. Yeah, then working for yourself is the best solution, Kalina. I am such an introvert. And a lot of times people get surprised when I tell them this. I say, I'm actually very introverted. So, Kalina, if you, Kalina, if you want to DM me, I have a free business course that's called Thriving Mystics. It's mostly for coaches and teachers or practitioners or educators. I don't know if that's your space, if you are sharing your knowledge, but I'll be happy to gift it to you. But basically, when you are looking for how do I manifest my dream career, you want to think you want to design it in your mind first. You want to say, how do I feel in my job? How do I feel every day waking up, right? I remember the most important manifestation exercise that I've ever done that took time and presence. It's so simple, but most people don't do it. So I don't know who will do it. People who are here on the live stream, maybe it will just go into one ear and just comes out another ear. So there's going to be no transformation. But I heard it from a teacher that I admired, and he was a very accomplished person who created a lot in online space, and he was a speaker at the conference. And everybody was expecting him to teach something about digital marketing and business. And he's like, I know you expect that from me, but I'm actually going to teach you something that can change your life. And it's called Design Your Perfect Day exercise. And what it is, you take 2 hours of your time, or for however long you need, Some people take 4 hours. And you begin to script your dream day, starting from how you wake up, who is next to you, how do you feel about your body, how do you feel about the bed that you're sleeping in, right? What do you see around yourself? And how do you practice your morning practice? And then you go on like this. What do you do in the afternoon? What do you do in the evening? And how you finish your day? I'm going to tell you that I actually did this exercise in 2015. So that's almost 9 years ago, right? I was in the very beginning of my online business. I've been an entrepreneur for 9 years, online entrepreneur. And that was in the very beginning of my business, where I was still just looking for my path. I was looking for my lane in a way. But when I heard about that exercise, I actually did it. I sat down and I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to decide what kind of work I do, who I do this work, what do I create, how much financial prosperity I receive, and what kind of fun activities and hobby I have, right? So it's really profound. So if you take away nothing from this live stream, but this exercise is really powerful. Tia says, that's my issue. I need to have a vision. I have the feeling, the excitement. I need to see exactly, Tia. Well, Tia, I invite you to join my email community by clicking on the link in my bio and signing up for my Ignite Your Morning practice. Because once you start having an empowered, inspiring morning, what you're doing to receive a vision is to open your channels. You need to open the channels, right? Connection to your higher self. So I share in my morning practice how to do that every day. So you begin to visualize and to envision. And I actually have a free webinar training. It's called Limitless Vision. And soon I will teach a workshop on vision, because this is a game changer, right? When you have a strong why, the way appears. But if you don't have a vision, you don't have the why, that's where we feel like we are applying a lot of effort, but we don't see the results, right? So check it out. It's free. It's a free gift. You're so welcome. And that starts there. So I am so glad to spend this time with you. Thank you so much. The TikTok says my life is popular. Okay. It's my second TikTok live. Usually you can find me on Facebook or Instagram or on YouTube. But I really love what technology gives to us. Technology gives us an opportunity to connect, and you and I, maybe we've never met before, but you were guided here for a reason. And I am one of the messengers, right? The universe takes form as these messengers. And if you're in resonance with this message, it's because it means for you, and it's because you are meant to hear it, right? You are meant to be reminded, yes, you know what? Vision is important. Morning practice is important. And my inner artist is important. And my inner dream is important. It's just so powerful. One day I'll tell you a story how I manifested such beautiful love relationship when I was single for over 8 years, intentionally, through discernment, not because there was a lack of options, clearly, right? There's never a lack of options right now. You just go on any online dating site and you get hundreds of people. But it's not about that. When you're on a spiritual path, you're looking for energetic match. You're looking for nervous system compatibility, right? You don't want just a boyfriend. You want a spiritual mate. You want somebody that you can have both passion and peace and presence and spiritual alignment. So one day I'll share with a story how that process took place, how that manifestation took place. But it took patience and vision. And one of my girlfriends, she was actually a student of mine, she said, I'm so happy for you because you never let go of the vision. And she said, I am not patient like this. I don't have the vision. And I was like, well, it was such a deep desire for me to experience a true, profound intimacy with another human being. You know, when you learn all the lessons that you've learned on your own, and you're like, I know the next chapter of my growth as a human being is through relationship, right? So that's where I was at. I was like, I am so happy and fulfilled with my own inner wholeness, and I'm ready for expansion. And a relationship brings an expansion. So I was holding that intention. I was aligning to it energetically, and I was inviting the universe to show me where I still had the blocks to the very dream that I said I wanted. So it was such a process of asking my higher self, my guides, the universe, show me my blind spots. Because what I've noticed, if there is a deep soul desire and you are ready to receive it, you say, I am really ready to receive it, and it doesn't show up, it's not that you're doing something wrong. It's not about being wrong. It's about you're not seeing some unconscious patterns, right? Some blind spots. And you're asking the universe to show it to you. And that's exactly what I was doing through practicing removal of subconscious resistance, right? And opening myself to aligning more and more and more. And then, boom, he showed up in my life. Showed up in my life. So yes. Oh, look at these. That's a lot of great emojis. I love them. Thank you so much for your hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know what resonated with you from this live stream. And what are you excited to apply? Is it an evening practice? Is it falling asleep with a dream? I'm going to give you my favorite phrase. Fall asleep with a dream. Wake up with a vision. Fall asleep with a dream. This is going to be, these lights. Lots of lights. You say to yourself, I fall asleep with a dream. I wake up with a vision. I fall asleep with a dream. I wake up with a vision. And I would say, the final words, if I can do it, everybody can do it. And it's not a cliche phrase. One day I'll tell you my story, but I came to United States with only $3 to my name. And I started as a housekeeper because that's what was available. That's what was available. And I was grateful to have an opportunity because, when you grow up in countries like Russia or, in the other countries that were under a deep regime and totalitarianism, you don't have a lot of opportunities. And entire country is embedded in consciousness of lack and limitation and scarcity and poverty. And all you want is to be in a different environment where you can open your wings and actually go for your potential. So this was my beginning 20 years ago, coming here by myself and leaping into this opportunity and having that start. But what never left me is this ability to dream and ability to take one step at a time. Like, what can I create today? What can I dream today? What can I transform today? So on this note, I'd like to leave this with you. Fall asleep with a dream. Wake up with a vision. Make this your mantra that you recite, right? I fall asleep with a dream. I wake up with a vision. And soon it becomes exactly what you choose to experience. Thank you so much for connecting with me. Again, it would be a great joy if you follow me on TikTok, follow on my profile. There's a ton of amazing content, so many short videos on many different topics. And if you'd like to connect with me on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, it's the same name. It's Katerina Satori. Namaste, namaste. And if you'd like to request the topic of live stream, feel free to DM me and I will read your suggestions and maybe I will bring one of them. But thank you so much for an opportunity to spend this time with you. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time. How do I end this? Oh, here. I'm still learning how to do this. Okay.